Hey, Steve Zonard here, Treviso Realty. We're going to be doing a drone over Verdana Village. I want to show you the progress of the community. Remember, this was probably starting to sell in 2020, 2021. Ultimately, starting 22 is when the first occupancy started happening. Now we're into 2025 and we're near completion. As of December of last year of 2024, we had 1,120 occupied properties in the community, and a little bit is on phase 2, maybe 5 or 10 houses, but the majority are in phase 1 clearly. And then there's a few spec lots that are still vacant, and right now then there's a lot still under construction. So basically this whole phase 1 will be complete very shortly. The amenity center, we're going to show you in this video, the West Village Amenity Center under construction, which is quite cool. I was talking with some clients and some friends that also live in the community today, actually. This is February 12th. We love Verdana Village, I gotta be honest. We're so happy that we bought in the community. Obviously, you know, we had other choices coming in, but this was the best bet for us. We wanted to be in a new community where we kind of, you know, blend into the community as it's growing, which is currently what's happening now. Everyone's kind of getting into little cliques, but also very friendly people. We love it. If you've been down to the restaurant or the craft lounge or the amenity center, which I use quite frequently, the gym every morning, pools when we can, and then ultimately the restaurant and craft lounge, it's amazing. We've had no complaints clearly with the food or drinks. I know there's some people who do complain about the food, but a lot of these people complain about everything. So if you just generally, food is good, drinks are good, fairly priced. Clearly you can get an old-fashioned for like $10, which is fantastic, especially, you know, you're out, and we love it. I think it's got a great environment, great entertainment. Like on a Friday night like last weekend, literally just call a neighbor, hey, you want to go grab a beer? Yep, just jump in a golf cart or jump in a scooter, head over, grab a few beers, and you're home by 10:30, 11, which is great. Really, it's turning out to be a very, very nice community. We're very happy. We're happy that we sold a lot of these products to clients that are now enjoying them and kind of saw our vision originally when we saw that all in dirt when there was really nothing here. So it's turned out to be a really, really cool community, and we're really loving it. I want to show you guys now the production of or the progress of the area. This is where we are starting off at my home on Killington Court off of Kingmont. So let's have a look. This is February 10th I filmed this, and if you kind of see these beautiful skylines, just amazing. We've had the most beautiful weather the month of February. We had like 1 or 2 weeks of winter, and now we're all into like Florida weather, which is amazing. It's just breathtaking. So kind of take a look. This is Parksville. Parksville was all under construction last year, a lot of these houses, and now it's all complete, fully done. This is all Kingmont complete. If you kind of see out here, you're getting a little bit sparse. This is obviously because there is some vacant properties here that needs to get built. But take a look. This is our community. It's amazing. I usually run this Napa loop. Ankle's hurting now, so I'm cycling. So it's a good 4-mile loop from around the whole area, which is great. So take a look here. This is the amenity center now. If you see, they just did the paving. This is the building. Building's quite small. I want to bring in the actual spec of this area. So you kind of see the area itself. You're going to see where the sports courts are. So down here is going to be the sports courts. Clearly this is the building that you see here, and the pool just right behind it. And around this area over here, you're going to have the horseshoes, and also there's going to be a pavilion, which is just basically a canopy with picnic tables under there if you want to eat. It's stay out of the sun. We had clients that are, again, there's going to be a small little gym in here. So if you want to stay away from like the amenity center on a busy weekend, especially in the snowbird season, you can come out here and hang out, and it's very private, which is great. But we had some clients that wanted to buy properties on this side, backing onto the amenity center, and just worried about the light pollution and noise pollution. Clearly, these are going to be sports courts, but you got to worry about pickleball courts. Those are the most noisiest sport you're gonna hear basically, and it's played all day. That's why if you ever gone to Esplanade, you'll see they'll separate the amenities, main amenities with the pool, and then the sports court. So the tennis and pickleball are always by the mailboxes, and the like the luxury pool and all that is in a different section because you don't want to hear the noise. So we don't have that problem here. Pickleball is not going to be here. There's going to be sports courts. Is it going to be used by sports teams, I highly doubt it. It's in a community. I can't see it being used by sports teams and stuff like that. Regarding the light pollution, the courts, there's no electrical. If you kind of see, this is the electrical back here on the building. I don't see any, obviously, conduits sticking out of the ground. I don't think it's going to be lit. Again, there's nothing in the plans. So we'd have to actually sneak in there and look at the plans and the electrical plans, see if they're going to be done. But yeah, it's pretty much it. And the parking lots, we know that they're lightly dimmed, just like the main complex. You see there's actually a crew of carpenters working now, just framing the ceiling of that little pavilion here, little building. So let's take a look now what's available for lots. So these are all executive series backed onto this amenity center. If you're looking right across from Kingmont in this area, that's going to be all scenics. And these will be executives. And what I'll do is I'll bring in a photo of the map of the site plan of the area. So you kind of see this is Kingmont, this is the amenity center we were just looking at. This darker purple area is going to be executives, which is just this area. These are the scenics, which is just around here. And if you look at this orange sector here, these are all echelon series. And then the pink and this yellow is Lennar homes. So let's keep this rolling. So you kind of see, there's the echelon series. A few vacant lots this one now, they're starting to form. I'm not sure if these have been sold yet. And again, these views are great. The preserve. You got to remember, like everybody wants a lake lot. I live in a lake lot. Don't count out preserved lots. Preserved lots are gorgeous. They're very private. They're more private than any lake in any community based on, think about it, a lake has all four corners surrounded by houses. And then if you get into preserves, you're backing onto the preserve. There's really you and nature. So depending on your level of privacy, don't rule it out, because these are beautiful. When I used to go running in the morning here, and these weren't even built, it was just really breathtaking to kind of see what the views were back here. And again, that's a southwest exposure. And you see, there's very sparse. These are scenics. These are a little quadrant here of homes here. These are going to be executives also. This is all built up, clearly. These are under construction, a few of them. So you're starting to see the progress. What I like is that we're going to be out of construction fully in the next 6 months. And ultimately the asphalt here, the actual pavement on the roads, we're still on the first layer. Hopefully they're going to do that and just finish that off. Because if you can kind of see there's a little lip between the curb and the actual asphalt, which would be great. Kind of finish that all off and get a nice layer of tarmac on there. That's a British word, kids. Yeah, pretty cool. This is actually my client's house here. The Upton. They're building this now. It's a Layton. It's the last house on the street. That's going to be a spec home for Pulte. Let's look at phase 2. I'm going to drop in another video. Let's see what we got. All right, so phase 2, we're going to go into it right now. Just remember, this is the rotunda, this is the main gate entrance. Publix is right here on the other, just adjacent to that, it's going to be our amenity center. So this is the rotunda, and this is Parksville going into Hinckley right here. And if you look at Lennar, because this is all Lennar, I saw Pulte poking in a little bit, but these are all Lennar houses. You see, they started here, they did this whole strip, this whole line is all done. And then back here in this area is going to be all the villa houses, so all the side-by-sides. We call them semi-detaches up north. They call them villas here. They're basically one house attached to another, but they play off like detached houses, just sharing a wall down the middle. Double car garage is a really cool product. Gets you into that for under $400,000. We have a client flying in the next week or two, and we're looking at one of these houses here, the Venice and the Trevi. Amazing houses, and we can get these under 500K right now, which is great. And this view is nice. You know, when you're in there, you don't see these houses. You see all this natural preserve here, which is great. Nice little barrier between you and the other houses. But you kind of look at how far along they got. Like, these are the roads. I believe it stops right about here. Yeah, you kind of see that transition. It's got to go further down and around. Clearly, they're doing this a little slower than usual, filling in as they can. If you kind of look, That's Hinckley. See if you kind of see it's going all around. It's going to go all the way to the back here. Kind of see the outline. It should go all the way to the back and around. It should be like almost looks like a figure 8. But really cool. We're really happy about the community. We feel like it's definitely one of the best buys right now in Southwest Florida, based on location, based on the amenities of what you're getting, based on the quality of the houses, based on the also living in there, knowing this from experience. The people are good. We have a great time with great conversation with a lot of the neighbors. Everyone's super friendly. Yeah, really cool spot. This area fills in quite nice, which is great. Usually a lot of these communities don't have a community. They're usually sparse, and it's a lot of secondary property owners, and which leaves these kind of vacant, which is nice for privacy, clearly, if you want to enjoy it for yourself. But you want to see some life in every community, and thankfully a lot of the people the majority that live in our own properties in our community live in the community year round, so we can get everything's still action yearly or like monthly through season and in season, or out of season in season. So it's not like it's going to be like dead. Like some communities we get into that are elder and they're all secondary properties, everything's like a ghost town. It's almost depressing. So it's nice to have a lot of life in the community, a lot of kids, obviously retirees, mature adults, clearly like empty nesters. So it's really nice. And this is our lake here. And if you kind of notice the lakes right now, they're very low. So if you kind of see like the beach area, usually we're about 2 to 3 feet, in some cases 4 feet below what we saw just before the last hurricane. Because this sign here was actually entrenched, if you see it in this corner. But that's pretty much it. That's the beat on the street in Verdana Village. Let us know if you have any questions regarding properties here in Verdana Village. We'd be happy to guide you through your next purchase. Clearly, it's you can always give us a call and we can have a quick chat if we work out. If we can work together. Let's do it. That's pretty much it, guys. Have an amazing day. Bye bye.